Everybody, it's Jen here doing my next lifted video with Christy. Today we're doing a layout by Kelly English, and I'm having a little iMovie issue, so I'm hoping that my audio isn't really off because I was having trouble getting Kelly's photo to go in, so I kind of just paused and hopefully that'll work. So anyways, hopefully Kelly's layout is there, and I really liked how she had done her layout, and so I'll go back to that in one sec. I just want to explain what I'm doing here. I'm using this map paper from October Afternoon, and the reason I cut it and then cut it again is because right up in the top corner it said Atlantic Ocean really prominently, and I knew I wasn't going to be covering it, and so I ended up using the middle third of the paper. And I also was trying really hard to use that lemon paper, and it doesn't look too bad on the video, but in person it's a really different yellow, and I just didn't like it. Just didn't work. So I ended up pulling that yellow polka dot from my stash instead. It just worked a lot better with that October Afternoon paper, which is a lot more subtle. One of the things I liked on Kelly's paper is she had used both a vertical and a horizontal strip of pattern paper, and then she had a bit of a trim on both of them. And so I used just some cream cardstock on that blue strip that's going horizontally, and then for my vertical strip here, I ended up also going back to my stash and just grabbing a piece of a soft yellow, again so it would match a little bit better with that October Afternoon paper. So the one thing that I'm finding right there is that I cut my yellow striped paper in too small of a mat, and just the way it was sitting sort of at the where those two strips of paper meet, it wasn't covering quite enough of it. So what I ended up doing is using this October Afternoon dot paper, which was also from my stash, and I replaced the piece of Citrus Bliss paper. I always want to say Citrus Twist, but that's my Kit Club. I replaced it with that dot paper so that I could use the Citrus Bliss paper to mount my photo on and do a second mat. And here what I'm doing is I had not inked the edges, and once I had inked one, I needed to do the rest. I just think they stand out better. So you can see right there, without this extra mat I'm putting on, it's almost exactly the same size as my horizontal strip, and I didn't like that, so I'm putting a bit of a wide blue mat around the outside, and it's going to sit a lot better and make me a lot happier. It needed to be a bigger layer than what it was sitting on, if that makes any sense, and I wanted it to contrast with the paper in the background there. See, I'm much happier now. That was my thumbs up. That's on 4 times speed, so that's why my thumbs up was so fast. Yeah, and I definitely needed to do 4 times speed this time because I struggled with this. Kelly's layout had 3 photos. I'm only using 1 on mine, just how it worked out. And so I had to change it up a little bit, and I'm just struggling a little bit with what to do. But I liked how she had used tags, and so I pulled these tags out of that's sort of my scrap dish. So things that are left over from kits or things that I've cut up or tried or whatever go in that dish, and it sits right on my desktop. So I pulled out those 2 tags to put in the corner, and I pulled out that wood veneer that says love, and those 2 little labels, those are not going to make it on. And then I decided, okay, maybe I should work on a title while I hum and haw about my embellishments. So I pulled out this poolside chipboard sheet, and I pulled off the word summer, and I'm just using my, what is it called? It's from EK Success. I think it's called a powder tool, powder, like baby powder tool, to get rid of the sticky on the back of that summer, just so I can move it around. Yeah, that was me being super frustrated. Did you see that? I was like, I don't know what I want to do with this. But it does come together, so that's good. I think part of it is just the muted colors. I don't like using really bright primary colors, but I don't tend to use this muted, and so I was just kind of I was trying to use my kit, and what do I use, and so I had to sort of go away and think about it a little bit. So I'm into the die cuts from the Poolside collection. I bought those myself. They weren't in my kit, but I put them in all together because there's lots of Poolside stuff. So it all works well. And that big arrow that I think it says hello to the sunshine, I think it's too small on my little screen to tell. It's really bright yellow, and I know that I said I got rid of other things because they weren't the right yellow, but at this point I was like, screw it. Sorry, but I need to embellish this layout. And so you'll see I try lots of things. So these are some wood veneer from the kit. I'm not liking how they look. I really love that really cool distressed wood background. I just thought it looked super neat with this picture of a stump that I'm using. It's a really cool old stump that was like driftwood that had come up on the beach, and then there's a picture of the water, and I thought that looked really, really cool together. So I'm happy with that, but I just wasn't quite sure what to do with all that space, whether I left it. I looked at Kelly's, and she had put these really nice tissue circles in her background, and yeah, so I played around quite a lot with this. When I pulled out that blue flower, I happened to have another blue flower in the die cuts, so those went on and stayed. I wasn't moving them, and yeah, so I've gone away here, and the only thing that I did was just my phone rang, and so I needed to see who it was because my kids are not here. They're at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and I wanted to just make sure everything was fine because I have one child with a cracked rib. Yeah, it's been a good summer, and I had another child who's either got some allergies or he's getting a cold. So even though I'm technically on kid-free vacation right now, I am still on mom alert just in case. They're both fine, don't worry. But anyways, I stopped it and forgot to turn it right back on again, but all you missed was me deciding between navy twine and that twine. Now I am using some navy thread that came with the kit. I see Missy Whitten do this all the time, and she was a guest designer this month, and so I wanted to do it. So there's just a little bit of navy thread just kind of really messily bunched up there in the corners. You can hardly tell it's there, but I thought it looked kind of neat. And then I'm just fiddling here with this flower because I don't want you to see the red part. I just want you to see the blue, and then there's a bit of gold on the leaf. And then there's these really cool, I'm not sure, are they acrylic, is it epoxy? Really cool arrows, anyways, that came with the kit. And I'm using them there to point to the summer. And then I'm basically just sticking everything down where I had it. And I'm deciding right here just to pop that arrow up to give it a little bit of dimension, which I thought looked good. And then I'm putting down, it says hello from the banner, and this says beautiful in the tiny tile stickers, and then summer. And those tiny tile stickers are from, I believe, a confetti by Create Paper sticker sheet. And they matched, so I pulled them out. These are some little wood, they're like buttons with an epoxy thing in the middle that came with my kit. And there's poolside, I believe. And then there's these labels. They're not going to end up making it. These are from Studio Calico, and they're craft with some gold on them. And I was just thinking about using those for journaling. But I don't really like how they looked. Yeah, and I don't like how they look all that much right now either. But what I'm struggling with now is just finishing touches. I don't quite 100% feel like this is done, and so I pulled out my sequins there, and then this is my wood veneer container, so I'm looking at that. Okay, what do I want to do here? So what I end up doing is using 3 wood veneer in a little triangle at these clusters, so I end up pulling out little cameras. And then now you can see I'm taking those labels away because I thought about it as well, and I really didn't have anything I wanted to journal. It was just a cool photo. Like there wasn't really anything I wanted to say. Like if there's people in the photos, I always want to tell the story, but for this one it was just, it's summer and it's beautiful, and yeah, like that, the title just sort of said all I wanted to say. It was just a nice photo I wanted to capture in my album. So I pulled out a heart there for each spot. And then here I'm back to my sequins again. And I'm just sorting all my sequins into that divided container, and so that other container there is the ones that I had zero patience to sort still. So every once in a while I'll just grab a handful and sort them, and eventually they'll all make it into that divided container, but for right now they're in separate ones. That was a little bit of white Studio Calico mist. This is a bit of gold, and then I'm also going to pull out the navy and be very sparing with it, but when it dries you can definitely tell there's a bit of navy, and there's navy on the flowers. Oh, I'm done already. My goodness, that was a fast. So anyways, there's the close-ups. Hope you enjoy, and please go check out Christy's layout as well. Thanks, bye.